By popular demand, Base Wars is back at Slamology 2023, June 10th and the 11th in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Come enjoy one of our Burp classes, clamp classes, music classes, or one of our demo classes. Pre-register for Base Wars at Slamology.com.
What is up, everybody? Hey, Corey, just to answer your question real quick, there's always room for more sponsors with every organization. As far as Donnie's, Base Wars, anybody, just hit us up. We can always come to terms. But we got some special guests in the house tonight, guys. Seriously. Come on, Billy. What's up? You're all quiet over there. I don't hear nothing. Oh, guys, here we go with Billy. Look, we just got to add our guest in tonight. Everybody say hi because Billy can't talk, and I can't do this by myself.
He knew that shit was going down. He'd already claimed it.
Yeah, he just saying he don't want to talk to us.
That's Billy's easy way out. He's like, I can't hear you guys. My computer's messing up. So I'll see you guys later. Call me later. Technical difficulties.
The boy in the bubble.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good. Staying busy.
The myth, the man, John Rabe in the house. Absolutely. What's up, Donnie? I mean, seriously.
Man, I'm going to correct you, John. Go ahead and tell him how to say your last name because I've been corrected a million 5 times.
It's all good, though.
Is it Rob? I always said Rave. I'm sorry. Is it not Rave?
I don't even correct it anymore. It's fine.
I apologize. I'm an ass.
I met John probably 10 years ago, man, and it took me till this year to start calling him Rob. And
I honestly never knew.
And it's honestly because his old man corrected me, dude. Like I needed the old man to like put the smack down on me.
Well, yeah. I'm glad you said that. I will never say it that way again.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you will. It just happens. I think it's an East Coast thing, man. We pronounce it different.
Rob A, huh? Okay. I'll try to remember. How about that?
Look, Billy's it's killing him. He can't say nothing. He can hear us.
Oh, he's having his little fun.
That matter?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
He pushed one button and it came back on magically. Imagine that.
Yeah, we're through the intros. Now he's here.
Right.
Man, I like that dancing guy on the Slamology intro. That's cool.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, that's cool. You need to get him as a blow up and bring him and put him at the front of your lane.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So many comments to pass on there, Donnie.
Right. We'll just put a big Spreckensy dick across the shirt.
Yeah.
Sprechen die Freude.
So do you guys? I guess before we get started, do you guys know the Spreckensy dick stuff? Do you know the stories behind all that?
Well,
no. We got time.
You got anywhere to go, John? You got anything going on?
I mean, no.
Yeah, right. It's not like you have a busy life. No. So what is CES? Probably 5 years ago, something like that. I don't know. Back when Car Audio guys still went to CES. So
yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago. John had a truck out there, had blew a tire. You were going to the sound off after the, I don't even remember what Steve called it at that time. It was a different show, CES Showdown or something.
Showdown.
Anyways, John drove a trailer out. It was Thursday night, whatever. I went to dinner with those guys, and they had started doing this Spreckensy dick to each other, and like they kind of kept me out of the mix. And I went and met them at dinner at where were you at Caesars or something. It was a pretty nice little buffet.
The buffet or whatever.
Yeah, like none of us were dressed well enough to be at that buffet. Like they weren't ready for a bunch of car dudes to be there. And we get there, John's talking about this tire that blew out, and I'm like, man, I know all the tire distributors out here. I could probably get your tire pretty quickly. Let's go check it out. Man, I climb in the back of this big ass lifted truck, and I'm a leprechaun, man. I'm only like 5'6" on stilts. So I climb in the back of the truck. John points at it, and he's like, Spreckensy dick. And, you know,
everybody's
so much
like, better than that.
Yeah, well,
I climbed up there, I'm like, check that tire size, and you're like looking real hard because you can't see because you're getting old. I think you like put your bifocals on. And then
I got them embedded, man. They're there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way, he got me. So haha, funny. Everybody laughed about it. And then the next, I don't know, I sent you guys a box with a bunch of Spreckensy Dick stuff on it.
Pizza.
And this is oh yeah. So
the pizza after Slam.
Yeah. So the pizza after Slam, my wife delivered a box to the Airbnb they were staying at. And we'd taken a piece of it out and we wrote Spreckensy Dick real big on the inside of the box. And she walks up to the door and she knocks on it. And who was it that actually answered?
It was Thomas.
Door?
You didn't get me, so it doesn't count.
Right. Yeah, it didn't. I guess it didn't count. So Thomas opens the door. John's in the shower and she opens the box and it says Spreckensy Dick. And he looks at her and she's like, well, at first she said, hey, I got your pizza that you ordered. And he's like, we didn't order a pizza. And she's like, oh, you ordered a pizza. And she's like pushing this box at him, like, take this pizza. And he like puts his hand on it. She opens it and she's like, Spreckensy Dick, motherfucker. And Thomas, his eyes just lit up, so whatever. Then the next year, John and Andrew from B2 and a bunch of other guys, they all got together. They flew an airplane with a sign around Slamology that said Spreckensy Dick across the back of it. So,
oh my god,
that one actually.
So then the ball was in my court, and then last year I hired the drum line that marches at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we did a drum line from the B2 booth that was just right there in front of you guys, and we marched around. I carried a great big Slamology flag, and I was like leading the band, and I marched all the way to John's booth, and he fucking took off, and his dad got Spreckensy Dicked out of the booth.
Yeah. You still didn't get me, so it still doesn't count.
So now I've had all kinds of people warning me this year the ball's in their court. So it's fun. It's a good joke. It's been going for a long time. So that's a few of the guys around the industry. I guess there's a bunch of y'all getting in on it now. So I can only imagine what's coming. I don't even know.
Planet.
Yeah, just all part of the fun, man. It's I think with all of us, our lives are all so fast paced and so stressful. We got to do stupid shit to make it work.
There you go. Andrew's already talking about it. Andrew's got you. Watch out. You're in trouble now.
Right.
Just in case you guys don't know who that is, that's Andrew Showers, the B2 guy.
I tried to get him to come on here with us tonight, man. He's working on his truck. He's getting everything ready for the barbecue, and then barbecue. He's moving his dad back. His mom had passed away earlier this year, so he's got a lot on his plate. He didn't have the extra time to jump on with us tonight. I was on a phone call with him right before we were here. I was like, "Come on, man, get on here for a minute." His B2 sponsors the entire audio side of the show, so it's kind of it's kind of important for him to be here to kind of show us support for Base Wars and all the other organizations. But
if he had been here, I could have used the same graphic from last year.
Yeah, you could have.
John, man, there are no pictures of you on your Facebook page. I stalked.
Who knows?
You promote a lot.
You got to check my wife's Facebook page.
I was gonna say, that's intentional. Trust me, he does this shit intentionally. He's like, "Are you trying to?" No pictures. No pictures.
No pictures. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like walking through Walmart and find somebody that knows me.
Right.
Not it happens frequently enough, honestly. So I'm like, no.
I believe you.
But have you? I don't think you've hid very well, though. I mean, I think everybody knows who you are now. Especially now this year, probably within the last 3 or 4 months with your giveaway.
Yeah,
everybody knows who you are.
Right.
Trust me. Even non-car audio guys know who you are.
No, I'm definitely not a spotlight seeker, so it's getting out there, unfortunately.
Absolutely. No.
For $250 to a chance to win that car, are you kidding me? Well, even at that, it's the top 10 people, right? So the top 10 people are winners.
Yep. So you got 1 in 60 chance of at least breaking even or winning something.
Wow.
So it's the best odds by far that you can have in one of the car giveaways that's going on. Because a lot of the people that did the legalities and stuff for the giveaway, which I don't even know how there's that many legalities, but I guess people are scumbags. So whatever.
Really
we went through the whole thing, and some of the other giveaways are like 1 in 20, 1 in 50,000, because they just multiply the entries until they get the amount that they want or whatever. So I try to do it a little bit different and make it actually feasible rather than monopoly type is what they call it. Giveaway.
That's badass.
Or sweepstakes. So,
Whoever spends the most money with you is going to win it. No, it's not like
no.
No,
It'll
because you can get
probably be
20
like
entries.
the
and still
person that
lose.
buys one ticket and got one by accident or something. It'll be like something like that.
that'd be
Yeah,
bad.
That's the way I'm gonna buy the last ticket and then win it all.
There you go.
I'm gonna buy it at the barbecue and then drive that thing home.
Well, luckily you can reach the pedals in that.
I don't know about that.
Deal. So, just in case people don't know, do you mind kind of mentioning about that giveaway just for a couple seconds, please?
So yeah, we're giving away my wife's GTR. We're selling 600 spots. So we're either selling the spots for $250, or you can get a free entry at $1,500. Spend at skycardio.com, or our dealers, if they spend $5,000, they'll get a free entry. So we have some dealers placing like orders weekly, trying to get, they just get one, another. Bobby Gately's placing an order like every third day, racking his tokens up. So, and then let me grab this and all. So these are the tokens that are getting made.
Oh yeah.
So each order will get one of these. So this is number 2, because number 1's in the car. So we went to a car show over the weekend and put the number 1 token there, and then all the little banners. But so each person will get, it's $150 worth of swag with the $250 buy-in, and you get a token. So yeah,
Dang.
it's the car and $10,000 or $50,000 for the grand prize winner, and then 2nd through 10th place, there's $8,500 total, and the prize is 2nd through 10th as well. So
Now, does
yeah,
your
that's
wife
the
know
quick
about this?
one. What?
Does your wife know about this? She's giving away her car?
She does. She actually
Sorry,
posted
you
about it
blocked her.
today for the first time, so I think she's accepted it by now.
Right.
So I actually signed the contract for, like, with the gaming commission and stuff, like maybe 6 weeks ago or so. So she's known about it for at least 6 weeks.
Right.
I will say, if you guys don't know what car we're talking about, go check out his page. Go check out. I mean, it's
Yeah,
everywhere.
if you just go on skycardio.com, like, there's the whole walk around video and everything. If you just click the home screen, it's all right there.
The car is beautiful. I mean, seriously beautiful. It's one of the sickest GTRs or GTAs, sorry, that I've seen forever. It's the GTR is bad. It's bad.
I'll never
Yeah.
get in it again.
How come?
Why is that?
Not unless I'm driving it. I ain't getting it with your big ass. Those big feet are heavy.
Yeah.
I've seen
Don't
some
use
of
that
the
much on
videos
brakes,
of him jumping shit with his buggy, but I've never seen him actually driving the GTR.
So I see John in person probably 3 or 4 times a year, and every time I'm just like, I don't know how we're not dead. It's just ridiculous. We left a Korean barbecue place in Vegas, man, and we didn't get a block. And I'm like, I don't want to be famous on the internet by you and I smashing a pole at 150 mile an hour. I was like a little kid. I'm holding the dash. I got my feet up there. I'm like, John, stop the car.
He's like, that is enough. I was like, damn, I'm going to get grounded.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like going fast when somebody else is driving. Not good.
No. If I'm going to die, at least I'm going to be behind the wheel.
Yeah.
So when I win it, John's riding shotgun, so we're good.
Let's go. Those things are good crash test ready.
Yeah, I bet. Before you took all the stuff out of them.
No, it's still all there.
Yeah, he hasn't took anything out. It's all intact.
Yep, that thing's reliable, dumb reliable. Like, Amanda's driven it literally everywhere she can. Temperature and weather permitting, she's driving that thing.
I think it's badass. I mean, it really is is that a wrap or a paint job? It's a wrap. Right?
Some of it's wrap, some of it's paint. Like like the bumper, the charge feed kit, some of that stuff, it's too sharp a corners for wrap, so we painted all those parts. But the majority of it is wrap.
It's badass. I'm telling you, you guys really, really need to check it out and enter. Trust me, you need to enter. You'll never get a chance to ever win a car like that for the money that you're entering. Trust me.
Yeah, definitely.
No, it makes those dumb Corvette giveaways online look stupid.
Yeah, it's one of 3 wide body kit. Like, just the wide body kit on the car alone is $26,000, not including wheels, it's got $6,000 in just tires on it that are brand new. So you're never gonna see another one. Probably
not stock at all. It's not stock at all. It's got a lot of horsepower in it. Trust me. John doesn't leave anything alone. Have you not
Nope.
seen his truck, his shop, his buggy, his toys? I mean, there's nothing that man has that has been left alone. Seriously.
We take building cars pretty serious here. It's a habit. It's a problem, but whatever.
I want to take. I think it was probably, I don't know, probably 6 months ago when you posted that Dodge pickup truck that you did all that work to. And I know that I see 6 weeks ago, but it's probably 2 years ago in reality for you. But that Dodge, I was like, wow. Here.
That's probably the one we had at SEMA.
Yes. I want to just bring my keys down, bring my truck down. Like, here you go, please, please.
That's getting finished up for the barbecue too.
Yeah.
So, yep. Lots of things going on with cars, at least.
Yep.
Trust me, he makes some very nasty builds. Very, very nasty. And it's not just about
the pickup. I've seen the photos when I was looking today, but I haven't seen the pickup in person.
Which one? The Ram? The
Your
dually?
Dodge.
I'm trying to get it over there to
I saw one at that showdown, I guess, before COVID hit, 2-3 years ago, pulling a trailer. May not be the same dually, though. Seemed like that one was a white Ford, maybe.
No, it's a different one.
Different one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that one was a Chevy, and the new one's a Dodge.
It was
just
very
finished it right before.
I remember that. It's very tall.
Yep.
The new one's amazing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in person.
The new one's the best thing we've ever built by far.
Really? Well, there's a lot of distance in between us. So.
We took it all the way down to frame, powder coated the frame, obviously. Like, there's 50 people a year that do that or something, but every single bolt on the entire truck is Cerakoted. Like, every single little bolt, the trailer hitch, like all this, it's
the attention to detail.
That's the biggest claim to fame, I think, on that one. No one's going through it and spending a month Cerakoting bolts. It's just not feasible.
How far are you from Las Vegas?
7 hours or so.
Oh, it's a good ways, huh?
Yep.
Huh. Is the truck is your truck at your location, at your commercial location? No.
It normally is. Like, I normally drive it every day, but it's at Bobby Gately's shop right now, getting a blow through put in it. So we're doing 412s, and it sits in front of
Secret's out. Secret's out on that one.
Yep. No,
Where's
no
Bobby's shop?
I'm transparent.
Where's Bobby's probably like, damn it.
Bobby's in Sacramento. So he's like 2.5 hours from me.
Oh, okay.
So
I got you.
Yeah, we took it over there on Friday.
Do what now?
We took it over to Bobby's shop on Friday. We delivered that and Bobby's Raptor to him. We did air suspension on his Raptor. So we finished that up and took it over there while we were at it.
Wow, that's pretty badass.
That's cool. Now, is he going to make the trip out to Slam, or has he said?
Bobby? No, he's coming. Yeah.
Is he bringing the Raptor?
He's one of the judges for the deadliest demo.
Oh, cool. Is he bringing the Raptor with him?
No.
They're
bringing the Raiden truck is coming. It's getting transported from here because we're putting the any level in 30s and doing some powder coat stuff on their 1212 F450. That's got the whole, like, the big acrylic strippable acrylic roof, like the crazy, probably the Bobby's like claim to fame build right now is at my other shop getting suspension work done, and then it'll be at the barbecue here, and then Jim, the owner's transporting it that way.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it'll be full any level lift, 30s, 42s, bumpers, insane stereo. Like, it's probably one of the most customized F450s there is. It's seriously customized.
Crazy.
So, yeah, hopefully it'll be in our booth at Slam. If not, it'll be somewhere around. Probably just in the audio section, maybe. I don't know.
Right.
We haven't got that far.
Right. Somewhere where it can play loud all day.
Yep. Yeah, it's loud. Full built doors, 1212 blow through, seats 5 still. I think it's significant.
Wow. That's what's up. That's pretty badass.
That's awesome. That's cool that it sits 5 too. I mean, you can road trip in it.
Yeah. No, it's solid, and it's a 450, so adding the weight to the bed doesn't affect it at all.
Yeah.
It's not like some of the audio builds. You're like 1212's got to go on a trailer. No, you hook the trailer to it and pull the other audio build with the audio.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, what
So-
about the van? Is the van coming back out this year?
Nope.
No.
I'm only bringing product and my tow rig and Mackenzie's Power Wheel.
Yep. Right.
So
You know, we have a Power World class. I'm just saying.
We have several.
Yeah, we
no, it's
actually
just a
have
stub
several.
Power Wheel.
I
There's
know,
no
but-
subs or anything.
Let her come get her joy. Let her come kick everybody's butt. And then stuff like
No, it's not like loud
the
like
kids. Well,
It's
no, we
pretty
have.
loud. But it's a dually RAM and it matches my RAM that we're
Oh, that's
talking
cool.
about.
Yeah.
From
Well,
that's
see-
all
well,
paint
see, we
matte,
got-
power coat.
Like Billy said, we got 4 different classes. You know, we got the SBL. You know, there's
Yeah,
like
we
3
got a
or
lot
4
of kids
different
classes.
classes for the kids.
Okay.
I think she probably wound up taking a pretty good
Yeah,
first
it's
place.
cool. It's pretty awesome actually for a little thing.
Remember when you guys were talking about 45 minutes away from the booth, your break at Slam? I don't think John gives me any of those at all.
Nope.
Yeah, I
No,
bet.
no. Slam is like, I was trying to have that shower and have a break, but then we got the Spreckensy Dick Pizza, so I didn't even get that. Thomas comes in and I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "Dude, you're not gonna believe it." He's like, "Get out." So, yeah,
That's cool.
we're
That's
looking
funny
forward to
as
coming
hell.
out. I'm flying again, so I can't be looking forward to it more.
Right.
Right.
That's
I'm
how I feel
driving.
about the barbecue. I'm getting on a plane and gonna land in Reno and be done.
Yep, that's easy.
Yeah.
I really want to come to the barbecue this year. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, let's go. It's 3 weeks. We're coming up fast.
I know.
Yeah.
3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh fuck! Is it that close?
Yep.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
Slamology's only 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
if
less
that.
than that.
Yeah.
I think
Whew.
we're 48 days now, 47 days. Something
Yeah.
like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Probably
Seem
have to
like
double
four.
all that.
It's coming
Yeah.
close. Everything's going up quick.
What's new at Slamology this year? Anything new or?
We got a lot kind of behind the scenes stuff going on that's not ready to release yet, but
Yeah.
it's being our 20th year. So, we're not going to have our 20th year without a huge ass birthday party.
Yeah.
So that's about
Well,
all I can really say. That's about all I can really say to that.
Yeah,
You're
man.
invited. That's all you need to know, man. That's all you need to know. You're invited. So,
Well, I hear that registration is up compared to other years.
yeah, no, we're seeing record numbers, and it's been like that the last few years. So it's really, really good. We're seeing a really heavy influence again in the car show side, which is amazing because it kind of goes back and forth between audio and car show. But this year the car shows, I mean, we're almost more than audio, so that's pretty exciting on our side. Well, a lot of guys, the difference between audio and car show guys, when those guys tear down, sometimes they're down for 2 or 3 years and they tear down in quarters.
right.
So you lose, like, let's say you lose one club that's 20 deep and they're all tore down. Well, you're losing 14 or 15 of those cars. So a lot of those guys have all kind of regathered and regrouped, and they all spent all their COVID money. Now they're getting everything bolted on or fabbed on or whatever
Right.
onto their cars from
Finishing
there.
up, huh?
Right. And then obviously the Davis Brothers Big Rig Roundup. We had Kevin left Davis Brothers last year, went to a new chrome shop, so we had brought them in. Kevin still stayed as the head of that, but he didn't get as much traction there. Davis Brothers is kind of where he's always been, where he's belonged. So he came back to Davis Brothers, and man, we have an influence of custom semis. I think when I talked to him the other day, we're sitting at like 30 rigs, and I mean, when you're thinking $1 million rigs that are all going to be there,
Right.
there's, what I mean, we're gonna have almost $1 billion worth of vehicles on the property when it's all said and done. So that's pretty exciting, and obviously we're on target to break goals. Commercial space, vendors, manufacturers. I mean, we're getting bombarded with that. If people are thinking, hey, I'm going to bring my shop out, or I want to set up a booth at Slam, they need to get on it. We're starting to fill up quickly. So
how do they do that? How do they do that?
You just go to our sponsor and vendor page, or you can go to information, like click on information and vendor information. There's a little form there. They fill it out, and then depending on your location or what part of the show you're wanting to be in, we just assign you to one of our sales reps, and then our sales reps will get a hold of you. And the process is pretty easy. Fill out the application, sign all the agreements, send a check or money order or ACH or whatever, and away we go.
Right.
And that's we have a 90% retention rate on all of our sponsors and vendors. So if somebody's kind of on edge, like I don't know if I'm going to do well or not at the show, 90% retention rate return is a prime example.
Well.
Right.
Yeah.
And the show brings value to a lot of businesses. And I think John's a perfect example. I mean, he came in as a 20-foot vendor
with no tents.
Yeah, with no tent, right? And now he's a title sponsor. I mean, obviously he's made a lot of business moves to make his stuff work, but we always say to each other, we can't thank you enough. And it's kind of a hand-in-hand deal. Is we've helped his business grow, he's helped our business grow. So it's amazing what we've done together.
So John, how does it benefit you, man? Can you think of any ways that you could just say outright, you know, I know that marketing is kind of hard to put a dollar figure on or
this one's not
value figure in any way. But
the reason why I say this one's not hard to figure, if I can break even at a show for our expenses, so our sponsorship, our travel, you know, transport, employees, all the stuff that we bring to the show, if I can break even in sales at the show, it's a win. So any marketing we get from that is free.
And it's a lot of marketing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, if I'm breaking even on my Slam sponsorship, which isn't that cheap, transport across the country, normally we bring 2 trailers, so 2 trucks and trailers worth of gas, 2 employees driving them, and then I bring 10 employees. So housing, food, all that stuff, drinks, all the weekend, all the parties, all the shit.
$25K. Easy.
No. I think
Billy, you don't know what the rent cost at Lucas Oil.
No.
25 would be a win.
Travel cost.
Yeah. No, I think we spent almost $70,000 last year.
Do it now?
$70,000.
Last
year, I think, with all the sponsorships and all the stuff. You got to imagine plane tickets. Like I bought them 2 months ago, and they were almost $900 a piece times 10,000 right there, right off the top.
Right. Plus a little paying them, right?
Yep. And food. I mean, we go to Buffalo Wild Wings and screw around and drink beer. It's $2,000. I mean,
yeah.
So this shit adds up really quick. But if we make that in sales at the show, with last time we did significantly more than that last year. So we made profit and got all the advertisement for free. And we get to see our friends and hang out and dick around, and it's all
win-win.
It's all gravy after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right.
If it doesn't cost so much, you get to hang out with everybody all weekend long. That's a win-win in my book.
Yeah, and if you have a shop, I mean, if you're one of the guys going around, if you have a small demo car or whatever in a shop and you're trying to make connections, there's no better place to go. You can go around to anyone who's anyone in car audio is going to be at Slam, like literally end of story. If you can't go around there and make a connection to make your trip worthwhile, then you probably shouldn't have a shop.
Yeah. So I came to Slamology year before last with the intentions of getting my Base Wars into the Slamology and Sundown show, right? And success got in both of them.
There you go. Yeah, if you can't walk around there, if you're going there for business, if you can't walk around there and find yourself value, you shouldn't be in business. I'm dead serious. Like that sounds stupid, but the place is a melting pot for everything that's profitable and everything that's going forward with car audio. The people that are not there or pulling out or don't have enough money to get a booth or on the fence, they're too scared to, better themselves that way, then they're probably not super relevant.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's
we've doubled down and doubled down and doubled down until now we're at the top spot. And it's like, I don't see that changing either. So,
yeah. When Orion pulled and I called John and was like, dude, I'm in a bind. My title spot, I don't know. You know what I mean? And there's, when you look at a large manufacturer and John's like, send the invoice, dude, I fucking got you. And I was like, oh, okay. Are you sure? And he's like, send it, man. We'll figure it out. We're all going to we're all in this together. And then, and obviously we've had Kicker come on board. They've helped a bunch as well. I mean, their marketing that they put behind the event, that helps John and I both. What helps every sponsor and vendor in the event. I mean, it's just unbelievable what they do. This is going
to sound stupid to some people. Like me promoting Kicker, I don't have any vested interest in any way, shape, or form with Kicker at all. But my brand next to the name Kicker brings value to me. Period.
Yeah,
I can't be next to Kicker. It's not a thing. We don't sell competing products really. We're not super. There's not a lot of overlap there. But if I'm said in the same sentence as Kicker, it's helpful to me.
Yeah. Well, Kicker is they're helping us too. I'm gonna talk about this drawing that they're gonna do for us right now. So as a drive to get people to pre-register for Base Wars, Kicker's giving $1,000 for you to shop on their site. If you enter that contest, what I have going below, and then it links you to Slamology's pre-register. And if you select Base Wars, you'll be entered into that drawing for $1,000 shopping spree at kicker.com. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's perfect and it's good, and that's what your guys. They just got to make sure when you're going through, make sure you select Base Wars. That's obviously there's value in that for you, and with us, we've over the last 24 years, or the last 20 years of Slamology, we keep investing over and over and over, year after year, to build the ultimate car show software. So we call it Speed Judge, and it's amazing. Tim, the guy that puts it all together, is a good friend of ours. And I know everything that goes on at the show from the time you register until the time you leave the show. And I don't know like where you're at the show or something along those lines, but I can scan a QR code. I know what time you came in the gate. I know where you're at. I know your address. Dang. We got your phone number. We can get a hold of you. And that's what I see. A lot of the car audio guys are like, well, why in the hell would I load a picture of my car? Well, we want to know what your car looks like. Even if you got a stock vehicle and you're full of stereo, then load a couple of them up. You know what I mean? It gives us the ability that, hey, if you were to win something, and this year, like we were saying, our 20th anniversary, there's a lot of manufacturers, a lot of people doing giveaways. So we want to make sure that, hey, we have the ability to find you if we need you. I mean, if you win, a system from Sky High, or, you win something from one of our other sponsors, B2 gives a set of 6.5s away, whatever it is, you don't want to miss out on that because we can't find you. So, make sure that you register well. But we know when everybody registers for Base Wars, and Billy, I know you know this because you see, biweekly reports of, hey, here's where you're at. Here's the people that are registered, and let's move forward with that. And not only you, but every organization all the way through, including the car show side, the audio side, everywhere. And it's good. It all sinks in and ties with our website. So if people register and they say, hey, I want to be in the car show, but now they're going to turn around and say, hey, I want to be in Base Wars. We can't do that. So once you've registered. Now, if you want to change it at the show, I guess they could change it at the show, but Slamology is all inclusive. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. What we want to know is what interests you the most, who brought you to the event, whether it's Base Wars brought you, or Mecca brought you, or IASCA, or the car show brought you, whatever it may be. We want to make sure we know where you guys are coming from. And then obviously, we invite everybody to compete in every organization. So look at Slamology as an all-inclusive cruise. Just you got to buy your own booze.
Yeah, and we're on track. For us, we're on track for 250 shows easily this year. Probably going to be more. So, and that's across the country.
100%.
So I hope that we'll be able to bring some value to you guys a little bit later.
Oh, well,
and John,
we're already seeing it from 1 year
you know?
growth with you, right? No, we're already seeing that. We're already seeing that with your organization, which is awesome. For when we were all online last year, I mean, you guys, you know what I mean? You weren't even heard of in the Midwest, so that's cool. And I watch your podcast. I don't get to watch it every week, but I usually watch the replays. I'll let it run at my desk during the day while I'm working. And I mean, I'm seeing your guys' growth. I'm seeing what you're doing, and it's amazing. It's awesome, and I'm glad we're a part of it as well.
But it's kind of cool to hear.
Well, it's different for you though, Billy, because I mean, you're in Louisiana. You ain't down here, and not that I'm trying to brag, but I've worked my ass off to get Base Wars in the Midwest a name, and it's been hard, but I did what I did in the respectful way, because I'm not bashing any other brand, any other company, any other organization, because that's not what we're about. We're here to have fun, and we're here to be here.
John, we've not been much in your area yet, but we're close. We got Richard out in California, and he does some shows in Las Vegas, but we haven't been up to in the Reno area. That's where you are, right? Reno.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come out for the barbecue.
We'll get there.
Come out for the barbecue. There, you heard, Billy.
Yeah,
man. What's the date of that thing?
May 6th and 7th, so Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's a great week. So I'll be there this weekend, and I think I got a show in Florida.
Yep, it's gonna be a busy
Unless
show weekend anyway.
Jimmy wants to go to Florida.
No, I'd rather go to JoJo. Sorry, I ain't never been to Florida. Don't take that wrong, guys, but I'd rather go to JoJo.
Yeah, if you haven't been to Reno, man, you got to like delay your flight to come back on Tuesday or Wednesday because you
Right.
got to go see Lake Tahoe. That's last year was my first time in Reno, and we stayed after Ginger and Lindsay and we went to Reno to Tahoe for the day. Oh my god! If for being from the Midwest, like that shit doesn't exist out here, man. It is unbelievable. It's just
I haven't been to Reno. I've been to Vegas.
Yeah,
But,
Reno looks like Vegas. Reno's kind of.
I'm coming out there Thursday to Vegas, and I'm going to a show in Fresno on Saturday. But those other days, I'm go find people and meet people. That's what I'm gonna do. So if I show up at the door knocking, let me in.
Yeah, we're gonna be here. Don't worry.
All right.
We love you, Matt.
All right. Yeah. We don't have a lot of rules like the other orgs. John, did you used to compete?
Yep. Back in
I
the
thought
day.
you used to compete hard, right? So
Yeah.
basically, our organization is a little different. If you pull up, we hand you the sensor and tell you to do make it loud, and that's kind of where it goes, man.
Yeah,
I get to agree with that. Don't let it look like.
The reason why I got out of competing in the first place
Yeah.
was I'm not trying to rebuild every year. I'm not trying to have to move my box down a quarter
Right.
inch because of some rule that says it's got to be XYZ. That shit was annoying. So
Yeah,
I
man.
started playing music and I started doing demos, and that was like 10 years ago now, and it was not super accepted. Now it's like life and death for a lot of people. But
we created just demo classes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't design we don't even have a definition of a wall. If Jimmy is a judge, he looks in there and he's that's a wall. Then it's a wall.
If you can't see out your rear view
it's a wall.
mirror, it's a wall. If I can see out your rear view mirror, it's not a wall.
Well,
every mini trucker on the planet be ecstatic about that.
Right.
Yeah, just push your subs over so I can
Right,
see.
right.
Yeah, right.
Bringing the diamond box back.
I mean,
I had a CRX
wow,
that was
yeah.
this high from the ceiling, and it wasn't a wall. You think, well, how can it not be a wall? Well, his speakers were facing up. I mean, how can that be a wall? You didn't do it. Anyway, we use common sense. We just use common sense for all our rules.
Is it sealed off? Is it, I mean,
No, it wasn't sealed off.
Back? I mean,
And that's what I was saying. If it's a tall, skinny box in the middle of the truck, and the sides are not sealed off, then it ain't a wall. It's just a big beam in the center of the truck. And then you got to look at, did they succeed in making a wall, or do they right? If they tried to make a wall but they didn't, they didn't shrink the cabin, well, it ain't a wall, man. I'm sorry. Go home, try again.
You should bring it, Andy. It doesn't matter.
Right?
You're,
We got some people
you're
that
being
carry
considered
it.
a no wall class, Andy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to bring the cookie pillow with you too, man. That adds to the excitement, man. It probably cost you a couple DB, but it looks cool.
It does, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we got the demo classes too, so I mean, that's why I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. Base Wars is about bringing the fun back to the lanes.
Yeah,
we have the serious classes for the people that are serious competitors. We have the clamp classes because everybody begged for them. We have a couple clamp classes, but we're more about having fun and letting you have fun. You built that $1 million system not to run it because this organization, and I'm not talking shit, don't take this wrong, but they said that you don't fit in these classes. We don't care. Here's the meter. Have fun. Call me when you're done.
I get a lot. I mean, we get a lot of phone calls and people asking, like, that are mecha competitors, or, well, I mean, even the old drag competitors. I mean, you guys know drag's not at Slam anymore, but they'll ask, and they're like, "What's this Base Wars?" And I'm like, "Man, it's freestyle, dude. It's a dance circle, dude. It's where you go to pop and lock and do your thing, and then you can ballerina dance in the other lanes and win over there. But this is freestyle, so." Just come and freestyle, and this it's just another place you can win a trophy at Slam and have an amazing time.
It really is, honestly. I mean, there's
right.
Billy. The way Billy set it up he had the mathematical side of it, the port side or for speakers, for the port, for the power and everything. It worked. It confused a lot of people for a while, so he took the port out of it. This year, it's more about the subs and your power. And then depending on where you're at located, with a little help, but it's not serious. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is 2 or 3 classes for the clamp classes. They get serious in them. And there's a couple other of the funner classes that we want it to be, but they're still fun.
There are competitors that take it all serious. You know, competitors are competitor no matter what. But there are plenty of people having fun. And that's the biggest deal. We just having fun.
Well, in our demo class is one of our biggest at the show as far as entries. I mean, it dwarfs the orgs, but the demo guys, Base Wars is a place for them to come, and like I said, it's just a place for them to come and free. It's a place for them to come and freestyle at the show, and the show car guys. Like we had this conversation last year, and I keep telling the show car guys, they're like, man, I got 2 Rockford 12s. That's cool. Go jump in the lane, man. See what you got. You can't hate on audio, or you can't say that it's terrible because you want to know what your car meter's at. Here's your chance, man. Go hop online, spend 20 minutes over there and buzz through there and see what you got. And hell, a lot of those guys, they learn, you know, they learn and they end up being competitors. We just had our big Whirl of Wheels here in Indianapolis, and a lot of the car show people that always complain about the audio, I grabbed a lot of their girlfriends this year, and I'm like, come do a hair trick. And they're like, what? And I'm like, come sit in this car. Like, come and see what this is about. Come and feel this, because normally they all take off running like stupid loud car stereo. And I'm like, it's not like that. Come check us out. And we did. I grabbed quite a few girlfriends and put them in cars. And Andrew brought the B2 bourbon out. And oh man, he absolutely thrashed on that. He thrashed so bad on it, he broke it. And he played it nonstop at Slam. He played it nonstop at the barbecue last year. He played it nonstop at Surf City. Yeah, and at SEMA. So he had 4 shows, and then he tuned it up, brought it to Indy, man, and he smoked that shit on Saturday. It was crazy, but we had Ralph Randall there, or Randall Ritchie. Sorry, we had Randall there, and he was jamming all weekend. We had some guys with slingshots and different stuff, so it's cool. And on our side, we're doing the best we can do to educate everybody about car audio and how car audio is such a part of the custom scene. But like I said last year, and I'm gonna say it again, if I just get the car stereo guys to wash their goddamn cars, man, like clean your tires up, have a little respect for yourself, vacuum stuff out of your floors. Right, take the McDonald bags out of the floorboard. You guys as the board, man, you need to be like, good luck. And if you got trash laid in your floorboard, that cost you 3 points. And John's builds are a perfect example. I mean, he's building show cars that are doing 60s plus. You know what it's like?
But let's be true though. John with his cars really shouldn't be in the same class or same even event as car audio people.
No, for sure.
No, they used to be though.
People nowadays don't take pride or don't take that extra step in the car audio. I just want it loud, and that's all it matters.
Right, you got a $6,000 amplifier, and you can't afford a $4 car wash. Come on.
Yeah.
No,
boy, and it's laziness is all it is. Let's be truthful. It's laziness.
Right. What is if it's raining, Slam, it's going to rain. It is. I mean, that kind of stuff. But man, even my daily driver, man, I don't want to clean it every day, but man, run that thing through a damn car wash. You're coming to a car show, and if you got a nice demo car and you're giving out demos all day, man, you got these hot little girls walking around the show, and they're all standing in line to get in your car, and you want them to get smashed with a 13-year-old McDonald's French fry? That ain't cool.
Right.
2019, when I still had my damn nitro, I washed that thing 3 different times that weekend because all it wanted to do was fucking rain all weekend long.
Yeah.
I got back home and my wife was like, "Why'd you wash that vehicle so many times?" I said, "Because it kept raining." She was like, "Well, why'd you wash it?" Because I wanted it to look good.
Right. That was a rainology year, man. That
was rainology, yeah.
that was an expensive year as a promoter.
It was fun though. I mean, it was for Yuri, and I'm sure it was epic
catastrophe. When you go to any event like that and it's raining and you see people stuck in the mud and you see nobody walking in the spectator gate, just know that promoter it's a rough year, man. Those are hard years to recover from, and that's when you do one big show a year and you're relying on that for revenue. It makes it hard to look at employees and go, yeah, no bonuses this year, it fucking rained.
I can't imagine paying all that money for a venue and do this show thing and then it just nothing but rain. Oh my God, I would be stroking out.
Oh yeah. Well, and we were really nervous, but man, car show guys are resilient, and base heads, man, they're super resilient. I mean,
Every day.
Right.
they didn't care, man. As long as we could get power to the meters and the orgs kept running, and man, they kept jamming. Even the guys from Terror Amps, dude, they set the big ass trucks up, and they're like, "We're jamming," and I'm like, "Man, you're gonna ruin everything in here." They're like, "Whatever, we'll put more in next week. Let's party." Okay, that's cool. So I mean, we made it through, but it wasn't a profitable year by any means.
Yeah.
And it happens. That's part of the
There we
gamble.
go.
It is.
It's gonna be 100 degrees in the shade this year, man. So we're good.
Boy.
It's gonna be all right.
Oh, hush your mouth.
shaking his
Stop
head.
it. Stop it. Hush your mouth. Stop. Damn it.
You guys don't know what it's like coming from out here to go out there.
Ooh.
That
You
place
didn't got
is
the
miserable.
humidity.
Yeah.
I live in humidity. That's all I'm
Oh,
going
right.
to say. I live.
Bill's got it year round, man. So it's
Yeah,
it's not even
man.
a thing to him.
You go outside, you just go back in and take a shower. It's just
Dude,
done.
my first year in Vegas, what was that? 4 years ago, Billy? 4 or 5 years ago. I stayed the night. We was in our hotel room at the casino. I went outside because I was still smoking cigarettes then. I went outside to smoke a cigarette. I came back inside and took a shower because I was soaking wet from just smoking the cigarette. I mean, I just took a shower probably.
Was
30,
that at
40
Scraping,
minutes
not in
before.
Vegas?
Huh?
Because Vegas, you don't sweat as much.
That was
but
that
down
scraping. That was that scraping. Yeah, scraping.
down here,
That was
Scraping the
bad.
yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
I walked outside, or I just probably 30 minutes before I took a shower. I was hanging out with everybody, kind of chit chatting, and I had to go outside to smoke a cigarette. It was a stupid habit, but I did it. I went outside to smoke my cigarette. By the time I came back inside, I had to take another shower because I was just like, oh my God, just like sopping wet. I was done. I think that's the same year Drew got sick.
With Gauge Magazine, we send photographers down to Scraping every year, and we have, for all 24 years that we've been doing Gauge, and every year I get a photographer that's like, "Man, you want to pay for a new fucking lens?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? I mean, they don't even take nice lenses down there anymore because
The humidity
coming from the air
is
conditioning in your hotel to you can't stop the humidity inside the lenses. You got to tape and get them serviced. A couple $100 on some of those lenses just to get them taken apart.
Yeah.
Get that humidity out of there. So it's yeah, you can almost do better. That's a cell phone coverage type show. That's
Right.
shoot the coverage on a cell phone, bring it back, and make it look pretty in Photoshop. A couple hundred hours behind the computer making it look good.
Yeah, you're not lying. You're not lying. John always goes, dude, yeah. You went to nice year, Matt. That was nice last year. He's talking about last year. Or the year before it. It was still nice. That was nice. I think it was
Last year was not bad.
4 years ago was bad.
Every year other than last year is bad. I mean, y'all, it's hot in Vegas. I'm sure it's hot in Reno. I don't know. Are y'all melting? I don't know. But yeah.
Imagine 100 degrees plus 100% humidity.
Yeah, no. I'll die.
You walk
I'll
outside,
go
you're
weight limit for that.
Yeah.
it's like, I'm going back inside. No, I'm done. Thank you. No, thank you.
No, like seriously, 100 degrees here and 10% humidity is like 70 degrees there and humid. No.
Yeah, man.
We go to Slam and I'm like not about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, Slams. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm used to
John's
that.
dad every year first got to ask about the air conditioners. Like, where can we find some air conditioners?
I had to buy a new trailer.
I live in Slam, so that's
Because we don't
not.
need air conditioning out here with trailers, but I literally bought a new one with air conditioning.
Yeah. But listen, so when I
You're there once a year in Slamology.
Yeah, it's worth
I
it.
came up there where y'all are, John, and when I drove out there because I had to bring tents and stuff, and man, within an hour I was snowed on, rained on, I cooked,
And the
all
sun
within
came
an
out.
hour, going up and down. I was like, what the hell?
It can be like 70 degrees one day and snow the next.
No, yeah, man. So I came in, I don't know where from, but up in those mountains, I started getting sleet and snow, and I'm like, what? No way. And I look at the little temperature on the car, and it says 32. I'm like, well, it was 80 a minute ago.
Yep.
That was weird, man.
Yeah, elevation change here is crazy. Like, there's a hill that I take the kids riding with the side by side. From the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill, 20 degrees difference.
Wow.
That's
20
nuts.
degrees, you guys, is a lot. you're going from here to here. That's a lot.
So you can be snowing at the top and sunny at the bottom.
Wow.
Right. I was
Wow.
there.
Yep. It's pretty cool. At least it keeps it different. And it's not sweaty. I'd rather be cold.
Yeah.
I can put on a jacket.
No, thank you. I'm tired of the
You're
cold.
skinny. That's a skinny people thing to say.
I am done with the fucking. I'm done with the cold. Trust me, I've dealt with the cold my whole life. I am so done. I want to move somewhere where it's hot all the
Yeah, I
time.
don't like cold either, man. I
Well,
don't
yeah,
like
we
cold.
were-
When I say hot, I don't mean
80 here on
hot.
Saturday.
Huh? What's that, sir?
We say we were 80 here on Saturday, and it was
Nope.
the high was 41 today.
Yeah.
So maybe
That's
40-degree change, and I probably hear it in my voice, man. It's hard to even stay healthy in these conditions.
It's like this all year long. It's going to be look. Tomorrow it's going to be 81, and Saturday when I'm having a show, it's going to be 48.
Right.
What the
Yeah, it's
fuck?
crazy.
I mean, I'm going from 81 today to 48 on Saturday when I'm having a show. I'm going to have a show this weekend at 48 degrees. Trust me, it'll be packed. I'll have ungodly amount of people there because it's cold and you're louder when it's cold.
That's sweatshirt weather. That's the good stuff.
Well, that's hoodie weather for sure. That's hoodie weather.
Well, that's cool. So you
Yeah,
guys
I
got
don't
any more questions about Slam, or I guess we're kind of all getting off topic. So
Sorry.
Yeah,
My fault.
I was trying to scroll in the comments, and I haven't really seen any. So hey, if you guys have any questions about Slam or about Sky High, lay them out there. We got these guys. We don't always have them, so hit them with some questions.
For sure.
What's the
Yeah.
weather going to be like, Donnie?
it's going to be 100 in the shade, John.
I know
100%
you said that.
humidity.
All I can think of is the year that Amanda and Marissa were laying on the bags of ice in our booth. That's what reminds me of.
Mhm. Is John
least-
bringing a demo car?
Nope.
John's
Just the
not
Power
bringing a
Wheels.
demo car. What is John
you're,
bringing?
you're bringing your big truck, aren't you? The tow
No.
truck, aren't you? The
Oh,
truck you had
yeah,
at
my
SEMA?
flatbed. Because I'm not driving, so I'm not sending somebody in my show truck across the country. I might
Right.
transport it, but I've been lagging on because I really want to take my truck after the barbecue and go to the Rick Ross show in Georgia, and then transport it from Rick Ross to your show and then home. It would be
Right.
my goal, but I don't know if I'm going to pull that off logistically because I should have already had it figured out, except for the whole moving situation is going to be the
Yeah.
best.
Funny, Justin. That's what happens. Say thank you, and I appreciate Slamology. That's what happened.
Okay. So
Made a donation.
I saw a couple Slam questions pop up there.
It was that one.
If you register for Slam and you don't make it, thanks for the contribution, man. You can,
You rock.
it's a non-refundable ticket. It's non-transferable as well. So, if you don't make it, sorry, it's a one-time deal because we sell pre-registration. You know, obviously it's $20 off. That's something we haven't talked about tonight. If you use Base Wars 23-2 at checkout, you'll save $10. So you're registering for $50 rather than $70 at the show. But yeah, if you do that, you're not going to make it. You know, you kind of donate it. Or if your car doesn't make it, you can come up to the show. You can come to registration and see Melinda, and she'll give you your tickets and stuff. But you're not going to get credentials for your vehicle to get in.
That's a great question, Courtney.
Yeah, that is a good question. Yes, you can do base words and the car show. Slamology is all inclusive. So not only can they do base words in the car show, they can also do Mecca, Iasca, Usaki, and they can demo all day and enter the car show. So we've had some people attempt to get through all the lanes, but I think in time,
That'd be a push.
Denise would have to tell me for sure, but I think there's been like 2 people that ever made it through all the lanes, and then it would be next to impossible to do it and get through the car show lanes. I mean, the car show judging lanes are, it's going to take you an hour to get through those, unless you're the first person through there first thing at 9:00 Saturday morning, or if you held off and got there first thing on Sunday morning. So if you were in the finals for in some of the other orgs and you got eliminated, you didn't make the finals, then you could probably pull it off, but it would be a task. But we've had people leave with multiple awards from different organizations.
Thanks, Garrett.
I'll say this too. We do it a little different than the other orgs. last year from the competitors that I polled, the longest one I heard was 15 minutes in our line.
That's good. That's
That is
impressive.
quick.
But we got two
We
lines.
ran
running you.
400 runs, over 400 runs.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Wrong, baby.
That's powerhouse.
Right? We
Right.
had a lot of people there, right?
We did.
Well, I think we did a good job of introducing your brand last year. That's
I think we did.
especially in the Midwest. We just got to get a strong judge out here, so I can do a couple small spin-off Slamology shows in the
I've
Midwest.
got a couple of guys up there in your area now. Brandon
good.
Erickson. Yep. He's one. And Tony Dolgar. I don't know if you know him. He's in Ohio.
No. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, maybe we should get together because we do a couple small other events like charity events and stuff throughout the year that we don't push them real hard because they're kind of local events, but to add a 1X base wars or something along those lines, that wouldn't be difficult to do. It's just with those, they're usually car shows, and we try to not push the audio real hard just because of the noise, and they're charity events, so they're usually for like Wounded Warriors and that type of stuff.
Well, as far as being 1X, 2X, we don't do that because we're not trying to build a culture that wants points. We're trying to build a culture that wants to hang out. I bet you can relate, right?
Oh,
and
perfect.
We don't charge franchise fees or whatever. So,
we'll just we'll have to talk about that, right?
Cost you
we just got to all get on the same page. And like I said, those other smaller events we do, they're more charity events. A lot of them, people pass away and they're like, hey, we need a car show this weekend, or we're trying to raise money for a family. So we'll do a little bit, and we don't go full blown marketing on it. And we just kind of use our internal network, and we try to get the local people involved, so we pull 100 cars and raise a couple $1,000 for a family or something along those lines.
Yeah. Just hit me up as well, Donnie. I mean, I'm from the Midwest as well. I'm from Kansas. I live in I do the 4 surrounding states. So I'm not
awesome
from you. So I mean, even if something doesn't happen, maybe me and you can work out something, and I can come up that way.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, but
right. And John and I have been in talks about a West Coast Slam for a long time. So myself, I own and operate Slamology, but I also do Gauge Magazine, Gauge Store, and Gauge Studios. So we have another business that's booming, like Gauge Magazine. We're 3 million followers. We're like one of the top custom car magazines in the world, and the longest running for sure. So when you have traffic of 200,000-300,000 people a month coming through your magazine and trying to maintain that, plus reselling wholesale parts and doing all that stuff as well, sometimes we just count our blessings that we could even pull off Slamology. So if the world was full of people that wanted to be great employees, it'd be a whole different world. But unfortunately, that's not what we're dealing with. Right? I've had an open sales spot here for almost 2 years. So if anybody knows anything, send me your freaking resume because I've got a spot available. Well, once we get back in our office, we kind of. I don't know that most of the people know that. I don't really want to dwell on that, but we've had we've been displaced from our normal offices since Christmas. That's what we got for Christmas was 125,000 gallons of water washed through our building, and it's been a rough year. But whatever, we're gonna pull it off. We're gonna party our asses off in June. We're all gonna have a good time.
Right?
Slamology is still gonna happen. What? Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, the only way that's not. It even happened if I was in my grave. Our staff, like I know I say it every time I'm on, but man, my staff on the Slamology crew, there's 60 guys on staff, and that's grown over the last 20 years. But I still have the majority of my original 12 staff that started. I think this year we have 7 employees that are 20-year employees. So that says a lot. And everybody else is like 18, 19 years. So everybody's kind of all right there on that edge. And that's all of us. That's all of us raising kids and going through, having life in between. And most of these people that work, they work full-time jobs. I mean, they're everything from, carpenters to attorneys to, they run Snap-on trucks, the whole 9 yards, and they all come together. And like I said, I'm so blessed.
It is definitely a community, and I say that a lot. And everybody thinks I'm kind of joking when I say it, but it's a community. We all might be base heads. We all might be from different aspects of the plane, but it's a community. It takes all of us to make it.
It is, and it's hard to pull off the Super Bowl. So it's cool.
You definitely have the Super Bowl. I would say you guys have the Super Bowl of the year, 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
That's
100.
that's 20 years of dedication by not just myself, but my entire staff. And we've had, along the way, we've picked up some other, amazing people that have just changed our life and changed our business aspect. So it's like I said, I can't thank everybody enough, man.
I was just curious what I would up to, Billy.
Denise, so Denise is one of my.
Denise is amazing too.
She's
She's Stone Cold Rock, but she's amazing.
You're gonna need that raise in the morning now.
that woman has changed the footprint of our show. So
you worked hard,
if you guys know her history or not, she was a judge for IASCA for years. She ran SBN, did all that stuff, and IASCA was kind of going through some things, and obviously she was doing the lanes at IASCA or whatever. And at that time we were kind of growing. I had some good sponsors come on board. Orion had signed some other stuff come on, and I was like, hey, fuck IASCA, come work for me. And not to be bad at IASCA, but they were going through some management changes, and there just wasn't a future there for her. So she came with us, and man, that's like she just said, ride or die. I mean, that's her and my motto together is ride or die. And between her and my wife and Lindsay, we've all traveled coast to coast, and it'd blow your mind if you knew the stuff that we all do in a 24-hour period.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not trying to get all emotional. So either way, any more questions about Slammer, John?
Right. John's back there answering like 40 emails from his customers right now.
Nope. I got teams for that.
Okay. Touche.
I try not to look at it that much after work, but it doesn't. Meh.
It always happens.
Right.
You're the man behind Sky High Audio. You try to stay out of it, but it's still yours, and you're going to be involved 100%.
Oh no, I live here. Literally.
That's what makes your company amazing. Seriously, you take personal pride and passion behind your company. Seriously, when it comes right down to it, you're not one of them people that's just like, oh, it's Sky High Audio. Go over there, go talk to them. That's what I got teams for, and I got this for, and I got this for, and I got this. Don't get me wrong, you do, but this is after years, but you're still involved in the day. Everything that goes on with that company, you're still 100% involved.
Yeah. Well, we had to.
Yes.
Through that.
I'm going to need to talk to you about a golf cart as well, Donnie. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, man.
No, I felt sorry because I interrupted John there.
No, you're good.
With that comment. I'm possibly going to be bringing a golf cart as well this year.
I'm going to drive Donnie's golf cart.
Make sure it's got insurance on it. Let me see if Noodle will say hi.
I ain't got insurance on a golf cart. You can't get insurance on a golf cart, can you?
Absolutely. Yeah, you can't have your golf cart. That's a great thing to bring up, actually. So you can't have your golf cart on NHRA property without insurance being on your golf cart, whether you rent that golf cart or you bring that golf cart of your own.
I honestly didn't know that was a thing, and I'm being dead serious when I say that, because I have a personal golf cart that I'm building with Car Audio, kind of more or less to just get us around this show. But I didn't realize that was even a thing.
So when you register online, like if you select golf cart and you read on there, what it says is your golf cart has to have insurance and it has to be custom. So NHRA about 6 years ago, they came to us and they're like, hey, you can't have golf carts on our property like this. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they had like $400 million in open lawsuits for golf cart accidents because of drag racers, people drinking, doing that type of stuff. And I probably shouldn't say this publicly, but I was kind of being smooth that day. And I said, well, hey, wait a minute. We have a class for custom golf carts in our show. So all of these custom golf carts are insured and they're here to go. So we are the only event in NHRA property, and this is including all three of their properties now, but this includes all of their properties that can bring golf carts and actually do what we do with them, because we have a custom car in our car show side. We have an actual class for custom golf carts, and then the audio side, you guys have classes for golf carts as well, or kind of like your kids' classes or whatever. And then all you have to do is get them insured, and to get them insured, you can put them on your homeowners, or you can just call your insurance agent. Even myself, my own personal golf cart, I have to get it insured. It costs me $21 a year, something like that.
Well, I'm not worried about the cost. I just honestly
Right.
didn't know
Yeah.
that.
So call your insurance guy and add it to your policy. And
Mama, hope you listen.
right. So yeah, just call your insurance company and let them know. Say, hey, I need to add this golf cart, and then that way you'll get liability. Because let's say you hit somebody in the middle of the show, and you don't have insurance on that golf cart, who's liable for that?
I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're
Right.
right.
And that golf cart's not fast enough to run.
Well, that's where you differ. Some of the golf carts in our show, I mean, some of them get down. My personal golf cart will run about 48. So I mean, they get down, and I don't even drive my golf cart at the show. I use one of the rentals. That's my golf cart's used by the staff that needs to run up and down between spectator gate and the office, and they run all the other gates.
Hands an ass.
And John's got a golf cart story or two.
Yeah.
I'm gonna borrow yours this year. That's what you said.
Yeah, okay.
I'm dragging the bag of that thing.
I know you're good for the damages, man. Break that thing in half. I'm ready for a new one, man. That's awesome. I appreciate the new golf cart.
He's already just saying thank you.
I'll send it out to Sky High. It'll come back the way I want it to be.
Yeah, Hayabusa swap or something.
Yeah, right. Oh, yes.
Right.
There's actually a golf cart out there that has a Hayabusa swap in it.
Yeah,
You
there's a
say
bunch
that, there is one out there that has a Hayabusa motor in it. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah, there's a show here. There's a show here a couple hours north of us. That's a golf cart show, and they actually do golf cart drag racing. And some of these guys, I mean, they're running 13 or 14 second quarters in a golf cart, man. It's ridiculous. I wouldn't get in that shit, man. There's
I am doing
David.
that.
No, David, you cannot.
John Wood.
Hmm.
You got a death wish sometimes, man.
Yeah.
I seen him jumping his damn buggy off of the ramps to go up into a shop. I guess their truck bays or whatever. He was just jumping that shit down and down and down. Just kept going. I was like, damn, that's fun. He's like, okay, and then started crawling and back up the other way. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Have you ever seen the videos of them in the desert?
Bits and pieces of it, yes.
So Sundown, when you first signed Sundown or whatever, and they came out and they were doing their thing, I got a pretty good relationship with those guys. Brandon called me and he's like, dude, did you see the video of Derek jumping the freaking side by side? And I'm like, no. And he's like, don't ever go to the desert with these fools. I'm like, okay, no worries. Then I watched the video. I'm like, man, I'm getting too old for this shit. 20 years ago, I'd have been all right there with you guys, man. But I'm becoming the old man of the crew.
Yeah,
Which sucks. In my brain, I'm still 20, and my body's 50, and it keeps reminding me that.
for sure.
Don't we all? I'm actually working on that myself. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good that you guys brought the golf cart thing up. That's important because we have a lot of golf carts that are sitting in the trailer lot, and you'll see them sitting there, and it's because they didn't read the paperwork.
I'm glad you actually said it.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't. I mean, I knew you had to register it and make you guys aware of it. Plus, do all the
right. So
stuff.
NHRA, like the safety officials, they actually walk the show and stop people on golf carts and ask for the insurance. They ask for the insurance, and then they double check your car registration with our software package. So they scan the QR code on your registration to confirm you are who you say you are and to make sure that your golf cart's insured.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah. And like I said, when NHRA tells you to park it, man, that's our landlord. So NHRA has more money than this whole industry together. Right. They make us. I mean, our rent check is chump change to them. They don't need us. I mean, they really go out of their way to make sure our community has the exposure they do, and not a lot of. There's not a lot of places that'll let us do what we're doing.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And it's amazing that they allow us to be there.
Yeah, David asked if you could bring a bicycle. Yes, you can bring a bicycle. We have a bicycle class, so you have to be registered in the show. Same deal.
3 years, Jordan, somewhere around that. There's no minimum age limit, but if they're not licensed, they don't need to drive it to the lane. If it's a car, of course. But well, I guess if we're on private property, you can do what you do. But if you got a 10-year-old that can drive and we're on private property, then they're welcome. As far as like a side-by-side, we have, 3, 4, 5-year-olds doing those, not side-by-sides, but power wheels and stuff.
Power wheels, yes, sir.
So we don't have an age limit.
All right. Excuse me 1 second, guys.
Oh, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
See, Andrew
wheelie
knows.
contest. Did you see the one about the bicycle? Bicycles allowed? Did I miss that?
Yeah,
No, it's a golf
bicycles are
cart wheeling
allowed.
contest.
Yeah.
Lindsay Kirk, if you were listening, she'll have to pipe in and let you know. You know the rules of that.
She was mad.
Oh, you
Really
guys are
not
the
mad
only,
about
you guys are the
it.
only people that piss her off, man. It cracks me up.
Yeah, I'm there for
It's-
something. It might as well be to piss her off.
Right.
You do a hell of a job at it. you get enough Indiana moonshine, and
Yep.
enough Indiana
Or
moonshine.
wheeling golf carts.
Yeah,
That was
wheeling golf
the
carts.
highlight of like that year, I think.
Mm.
Oh, it was. Well, we still talk about that, man. It's crazy all the memories that have come from that show, and that's just in our circle. I mean, that's so many
Yeah.
people, so much stuff. It's awesome. It's really kind of what motivates myself, my wife, and I think the majority of the staff year after year is we change people's lives. I mean, we've had people married at the show, engaged at the show, met at the show.
Hey.
Yeah, you know, that's cool. I mean, we're embedded into people's lives forever.
Yep. Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
it's man, the show is it's magnanimous, if you will. I mean, it's
Is
big.
that a new word? Can you spell that? Like, this could be a spelling
I
bee.
can't spell it. No, I just heard it in the movie.
It's got to be in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah, man, it is. I came to it for the first time in about 19, something like that. I was like, wow, I was floored.
That was a long time ago, Billy.
Right?
Right. And we've almost doubled in size since 2019. Well, not quite.
Oh, God.
Spectator wise, we've doubled for sure.
I know my fat ass has.
Right.
Oh, you're talking about the wrong size.
Right. We're
Well,
200
that
cars
happens when
more.
I go places. People just follow, man. That's what goes.
Hey,
right?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So something else what we should probably bring up is Host Hotel. If you guys haven't got it, that's the Host Hotel. I know we talked about it last year. I think we talked about it on the Kicker Show last year too. But
Yes, sir.
Host Hotel's fixed this year. Their elevators are good. I think
It is a
I'm
shit
not going to
show.
let Johnny do burnouts under the canopy.
He don't know what you're talking about.
So that's probably something else we need to touch base on too. Is we're on the last of that block, so there's no dart tournament, no nothing. It's pretty much just Slamology at the show, and we've got over 350 rooms already sold. I only have 400 on the block, so if you're going to do that, go to Slamology, where to stay, and get your rooms booked. I mean, $130 a night to stay in a 4-star motel, and it's a resort. Like, I mean, the pool's amazing, the parking lot's huge. I mean, there's stuff for everybody. There's 3 restaurants inside of there, a full bar, and the nightlife. I mean, obviously, this is the majority of our sponsors and vendors stay there. You can rub a lot of elbows. All the guys looking for sponsorship, all that stuff. You want to get to know people, you've got to get in that circle, and that all kind of comes down to being in that circle for business owners. Like, hey, get here and be a part of the show.
Well, I guess I'm a nobody because I, for once, actually stayed in the campground this year.
Oh.
I'm bringing my RV down, and I'm gonna stay at the campground this year.
Have you stayed in the campground before?
Never.
Dude,
Never.
campgrounds they're off the chain, dude. They're a good time, man. And they're
fun.
This
they're
is the first year I've ever been down there, so I don't
right.
know.
It's a whole separate party, man. It's they let them cruise around the campground all night, man. And the bathrooms are clean. They got a good staff there. Now we're not affiliated with them, and the track doesn't own them either, right? The track would love to own that property, but they don't. It's a totally separate ran campground, and I mean the people that run it, they're good people, and man, we're not throwing a curveball at them. I mean
What I like about it is I bring my animals. I bring 2 dogs with me every year, and I rent a hotel or a Airbnb or whatever, and you got to be out by noon, 1 o'clock the next day. So on Sunday, I always wind up having to bring my 2 dogs to the show.
Right.
And
don't say that out loud.
That's a nightmare. I know.
Right.
I know.
Right.
All of that is a nightmare, and it is what it is. It is what it ain't, but it's a nightmare. And this year, being over at the campground, I don't have to check out 2 hours after the event is over. So if Slamology stops at 7 p.m. that night, I don't have to be out until 9 p.m. that night.
Man, my advice to you would be not to leave till Monday. Like I would, if I were you, I'd roll out Monday unless you absolutely have to. Like when we come back in on Monday and start, getting the rest of it out of there and getting everything done, dude, there's still 150, 200 campers over there, man. I mean, it's Sunday night's just another night for those guys if you could take Monday off work.
I might have to think about that. I might have to think
Monday's
I mean,
the way.
how long? John, your dad's even camped there a few times, right? Didn't
Yeah.
you bring the camper a few years?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister and my brother-in-law and their kids stayed there too, a couple times.
Yeah.
Right, and it's awesome. Full RV hookups. I mean, it's you don't even got a dump, man. I think it's got. I mean, this shitter's right there, man. It goes right into a septic tank, right? I mean, it's flush and fill.
If I got full hookups, I'm down. I'm there. It's amazing.
You do. So have you got a reservation there yet?
Yes, sir. All right.
Oh,
done.
Cool. So
Right.
you're good. You're good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I don't. I know better. I know better when it comes to any reservations around anything around Slamology, like 4 and 5 months before it's there. I'm there.
Oh, right. And that's what anybody else camping do the same thing. Like,
Look at John. This man has got like the Taj Mahal and shit. He's I got an old 18, or I'd say 18, sorry, 1999 camper. This man rolls around with a brand new shit. It's all fancy with the pull-out sides and all the electric buttons and all the dude gigs. No.
oh,
That's the way.
John needs to have up his sponsor. You hear that, John? I'm changing your invoice tomorrow, man. That's cool. I mean, I got to meet John last year, man. He's a good dude. It's like he's one of those guys that's real in the scene.
They are. They really are. They actually
super.
They're local around where I'm at, probably within the next, or I'd say probably 2.5 hours for me, maybe 3 at most.
Oh, that's cool. Man, he's probably one of the most straightforward business guys I deal with.
Oh, look at that pretty princess. Look at that pretty princess. Hi, Mama.
Hi.
Aw. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt
It's daddy daycare.
You know,
that one's good.
I got all 3 of them at the shop.
That's where they learn to ride bikes, man. That's what they do.
Not anymore.
That's where they learn to get daddy's business.
Well, now
Now
we
they
have a
learn-
conference room and like nice new offices. So there's like TVs in the employee break room. They can split up. There's a conference room. They can watch TV in there. The old shop was rough, but this one, it's a lot better.
Yeah,
So we
okay.
did bring our bike, but they're running forklifts and stuff out there still. So
Right. So time for her to learn how to drive a forklift.
yep, I'm down.
Yeah, won't be long.
I can ride with no training wheels.
Oh,
That's
I know.
amazing.
I saw the video. Your mom.
Yeah,
said-
when you were doing your burnouts.
Oh, big burnouts.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You want to tell them about your Power Wheels with the boom booms?
Oh, we don't hear.
No.
No. How many kids do you have, John?
What?
I'm sorry. How many kids you have?
3.
3. All girls,
the
right?
oldest one's watching the little one, and the middle one's probably watching TV.
All girls.
2 girls, 1 boy.
Okay.
They have equal amount of attitude though, so it's whatever. I don't know where they get it from. Probably their mom.
Yeah, right. That's funny, Sean. Absolutely.
You want to play?
That's a two-sided coin.
Yeah. Apple don't fall far from the tree. I'm guessing
Absolutely.
It's right there.
that's us. But yeah, go play. Go play for a little bit.
I don't want
Okay.
No, Daddy, I'm the star now.
Daddy.
She's like,
Yeah.
I'm hanging out.
It's
Are you
okay.
bringing her to Slamology?
Look at color.
I don't think so. I think
No.
Amanda's gonna stay. Or Amanda's gonna come, and the kids are gonna stay.
Aw.
Look at color.
And your dad won't be here, right? Like he's going to New
Oh.
York or something.
The 16-year-old's coming. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She's going to hang out with Chris from Limitless. She's flying from here, going to hang out with Chris's daughter, and then they're driving from Georgia to Indy, and then she's flying home with us.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they're going all over the place.
That's badass.
Yep.
World travelers. See,
Yep.
Slamology touches everybody, even all the way
Yep.
down the line.
Yeah, they've
That's
all
awesome.
been. Oh, the little one hasn't been. I don't think we've
No.
gone since then. I think
she
the
was
last
at
time-
she was at Surf, right? Well, she didn't go
Yeah.
to the show. She was just at the. Was she at
Yeah,
the show?
they were out
Yeah,
playing with the sea lions or whatever they were doing.
that's right. That's right.
I think the year Amanda was laying in the ice, she was pregnant with her. That may make sense.
Right.
And then she's like, I'm not putting her in that weather.
Yeah.
So,
She'll
yeah,
probably
the
end up
littlest
in
one
Indiana.
hasn't been.
We all can't wait, John. We are all excited and happy as hell for Slam.
There you go. You got a
we got-
registration.
Right, we got one registration. All right, that's awesome. Remember, wait, I got to move this way. Where is it?
There you go.
23-2. Use that code. Save $10, and that expires tonight at midnight. So, any guys that are coming for Base Wars, make sure you use that code. It'll save you $10, and quite a few people have been using it. It's good.
But even though that code expires tonight, if you don't get to register tonight and it's the next 2 or 3 days or the next week or whatever, please still use Base Wars.
Right. Well, and the kicker contest that the kicker's doing with you guys, that goes all the way until registration ends, which I believe is what, May 17th or May 18th, something like that.
I think it's May 18th.
It's 3 weeks before the show because we need 3 weeks to get everything ready for everybody showing up. And that'll be just the same this year as it was last year. I think everybody that pre-registered and got through the lanes on Friday, they understand how much better last year was with the QR codes and rolling up, scan the QR code, scan your stuff, and on your way we went.
I didn't have to get on my vehicle. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Now, did you drive through the lane on Friday and set up your booth? Oh, you don't need to do that.
There's a little bit of miscommunication there, and I had pre-registered before because I pre-register every year.
Well, yeah,
and
for sure.
I pre-registered, then Billy was like, "Hey, you don't have to pre-register this year." And I was like, "Shit, I already have."
He's
like,
working the show.
I know, but it was just a force of habit, I always pre-register.
That's all right.
It was my fault. It wasn't nobody else.
I'll take a T-shirt out of my personal collection and send it to you since you didn't get that.
Please. That's heavy.
I do have this year's T-shirt design, but I haven't shown it to anybody yet. So here you go, real fast. There you go.
Yeah, that was amazing. Did you guys see that? Yes.
We'll be releasing that here in a little bit, and we're going to print 3,000 shirts this year.
I always feel like the larges and the mediums run out like the first day.
No, they do, and we've always done 2,000 shirts because we want them to be VIP special. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like every other show and be like, hey, we just have all these.
I've got 100,000 left still come by.
Right. For the last 10 years, we've been doing 2,000 shirts, and this year we're going to do 3,000. And then this being our 20-year anniversary, we're going to have a very limited commemorative collection shirt that it's going to be first come, first serve, and they're going to be expensive. But if you get one, you get one. So there'll be one for people to put away and not to wear. Look at this guy. Take mine.
Just
Take
it now.
That's awesome. Obviously, I need to make more merch.
Seriously, you really do. I honestly think sometimes, and I haven't missed out except for last year. Last year was the first year that I missed out not getting a shirt, and it's nobody's fault but my own, but still.
Well, we sold out by noon on Saturday last year.
That's what I was told. I was like, wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And my son, he took over running the T-shirt booth last year, and we made it all digital and made it, we did everything we could do to make it faster and more organized. And, he was kind of excited. He was a freshman in college, he's like, hey, Dad, I learned all this stuff. Like, cool, man, here, run the T-shirt booth. And he came to me on Saturday and was like, at noon, was like, dude, we're out. Like, I don't even know what to tell people anymore. And he's emotional about it. We always joke because the year he's 20. So the year he was born was the first year we did Slamology. So we always call Slamology his older twin brother. But either way, he, Can you guys still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
cool.
we
Sorry. Earplug fell out of my head. So, so either way, that's 3,000 shirts this year is the plan. So and we'll have plenty more medium and larges. So we're going to throw another 1,000 into the mix. So my fear is that we don't sell them all, but I don't know that that's going to be an issue.
That'll never happen. That'll never happen. Seriously.
I don't know. Even John said you sell a couple thousand shirts at the show too, don't you? You guys kill it with Sky High merch.
We sell a lot of shirts there. It's ridiculous.
Billy
But we're not
was-
selling like event shirts, so it's you can order as many as you want.
I mean,
Mhm.
even Billy was surprised last year because that was our first year there, and he didn't think he was going to sell as much as he did, and he sold a pretty decent amount.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
And we weren't even in the vendor area.
No,
Right.
absolutely not.
right. Well, you guys are an org, so before you say a booth outside the vendor area, because I got a lot of vendors that ask us, they're like, I want to be right in the middle of all the audio stuff. So we can't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. But we can't.
No, you don't.
We can't promote that, or we can't do that by Marion County, or it's actually Hendricks County, but with the way the rules are set up is we have to have a designated commercial area at our event. So, and right now our commercial area is almost a half a mile long. So it starts right at the audio lanes where you guys are at, and it comes all the way across the back of the the racetrack, and then it goes all the way up almost to the main stage. And the way that vendors are rolling in this year, like we're getting to the point we're going to start turning people away, because I don't know where we're going to put all these commercial vendors. And we can continue to grow, but as you continue to grow, you lose space somewhere else. So we have to keep room for participants no matter what we do. I say at some point we're just going to have to say sold out, and then either sign up earlier next year, or raise our prices to get away from.
But honestly, I think that's what makes you guys amazing beyond everybody else. Beyond everybody else, they're worried about the vendors, they're worried about the dollar, they're worried about this, they're worried about that. And I mean, not that you guys are not trying to keep it where you're not spending a bunch of money. I wouldn't even say prosperous, but not trying to spend a bunch of money. But you're more worried about everybody having a good time at the show.
Oh, we are.
Keeps it fun.
When we started Slamology, Ginger and I always said we want Slamology to be a show we can take our kids to and our family to, and something that we would go to no matter what. And still to this day, there was a few years ago when we were all crammed in the circle track before we grew, and that's one of John's first years. I mean, that oval track that's there, we crammed all the audio and the car show in there together. It was too much. We lost a lot of car show guys that year, and I understood. I mean, and I think even the audio guys were like, I mean, I know John a couple times was like, dude, I might have pushed it a little too hard, man. Like we might have stepped over our boundaries. And I'm like, man, it's okay. It's just part of who we are and what we're doing. And we had some growing pains there. And that was like year 14 or 15. So, there were some growing pains there before, we had the revenue to actually take over the entire facility. So you guys got to remember, we're renting 260 some acres of where they do the NHRA nationals. I mean, it's not a bullshit facility, and there's nowhere for us to grow to if we had to lose that venue. I mean, I don't know. The only other place would be the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it's going to be really hard to convince Roger Penske about base heads. I mean, that's really hard to do. I don't know if you guys are racing fans or not, but Penske, he owns the IMS now, and it'd be really hard to convince those guys like, hey, we're going to bring in a bunch of cars that are going to make a shit ton of noise, and everybody's going to jump from car to car. Well, right. Well, not only money, but and those guys there at IMS. I grew up in that town. I graduated from Speedway High School. A lot of guys I went to high school with, they work for the track or they work for the race teams, and it's not that it wouldn't be attainable, but it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know. I don't see it happening. I mean, right now, Lucas Oil Raceway is our home, and until we outgrow that, or they don't want us back, we'll continue to grow there. There's still a little bit of property there we're not using, so we can, there's still some elbow room to grow.
We have the rest of the town, please.
Right.
Just that shit, like.
Right.
But no, seriously, I mean, what you guys do every year is amazing. And I don't think anybody understands the whole dedication and what it takes to actually run that show. Right. You put your sweat, your tears into that show, and it takes you a whole year to plan for the next year.
Oh, it does. It does. I just saw that question Stacy was asking about the awards. So as of today, the plans are to still do the big jugs that we've done the last 2 years. I try to run our awards in 3 or 4 year cycles so everybody has a chance to get one of those. Obviously, they're going to be the 20-year award. The design is epic this year. They're going to be amazing. And Incriminator step back up, and they're sponsoring the awards again. So we give away 630 awards. So you guys do the math, man. That's a big investment. It's almost as expensive as renting the facility once you get it going. So it's yeah, no, it is. And you guys promote, so you understand, you know what awards cost. So for us to do those, and they're unique, and obviously we're going to have more special awards. A lot of the manufacturers we've approached them and said, hey, can you build an award for what you're doing, or hey, can you do like best stereo install, or like the guys from Shitting on Them, they do the deadliest demo award, and a few of the other ones. So there's always a new mix of new awards into the mix. And my biggest suggestion to anybody that's in car audio is make sure that you come to the car show awards prior to your organization's awards as well, because that's where we give away the majority of our stuff. That's where our staff exists. So that's where the majority of the cool shit's given away during awards. I mean, when you guys come up, some of the organizations, you have so many awards that it's just like entry number 1, entry number 2, entry number 3, entry number 4. Right. Right. And knock on wood, there's no rain this year, and we'll be able to do it at our main stage, and there'll be, it'll be outside, and it'll be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
72 degrees and perfect.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
On Sunday, 72 on Sunday.
No,
100 and no rain in the shade on Saturday for John.
I'm just gonna say I need warmer than 72. I need about almost 80. That'll be happy.
Right. No, I agree.
Almost 80 would be nice. With our humidity, 80 would be nice.
That's something we've really learned over the years too. Like when we have hot years, it is brutal on my staff. I mean, 2 years ago when it was 100 and some change or whatever on Saturday, and then we had sun all day, and the tornadoes came through that night, like 6, 7 o'clock, or towards the end of the day, we had tornadoes come through, which is normal Midwest weather. But that day, like we had 19 people not show back up on Sunday morning. You talk about a scramble. I didn't even have anybody to work in the spectator parking lot. And I'm like, I was out front collecting $5 tickets for people to park, and we were sending them down to a guy with a flag to park, and it was terrible. I mean, but I had staff guys and like our parking staff, there are a lot of young guys, that's like we use high school kids or, Boy Scouts, that type of stuff. We bring in different organizations to help us with that. And some of these kids were blistered on top of blistered. Looked like they're guys from Indiana that went to spring break to Florida in, March. So it's crazy.
It really is. I mean, people are just, it's 1 year it's hot. It's next year it's raining. It's the middle years that we love. Sorry, but the middle years we love, right in the middle. Just
well, and we've talked about moving the show to like July. So if we move the show to July, it's way too freaking hot. And then once you start getting towards the end of the season, so if we go August hot, and then you got all the kids going back to school, you got the state fair, there's too much going on. If we go September, October, well, then we might be fighting snow. It's nothing for us to get a foot of snow some years in October, and it'd be like, great. Now we have a whole opposite battle. So kind of June is where we got to stay. It's been our dates. And originally when Slamology started, we were a Memorial Day show. I don't know if a lot of people realize that or not. We were on Memorial Day for years and years. And actually how it got started is GM approached us, and they wanted a show in Indianapolis on Memorial Day. So that's when they started GM Accessories. GM Accessories was our first title sponsor, and they approached us at the magazine and said, hey, we want a show on Memorial Day in Indianapolis, and we want to do it with a local car dealer. So we had a local car Chevy dealer come out, and he set up a bunch of stuff, and we had our first Slamology, 230 cars. So and at our Marion County Fairgrounds. So at Fairgrounds, it's about the size of half of the audio lot.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
But we had some good times then too. I mean, we had slip and slide, family oriented, same, what I mean? Our values haven't changed. It's just the landscape of our house has had to change a little bit. We had to add a few bedrooms.
Amazing, though. And we appreciate you and everything you guys do for us.
Oh no, we appreciate you guys too, man. You guys are what, you're a part of the show. You guys bring an element to the event that we can't produce for sure, nor John can produce or anybody else. I mean, you guys are Car Audio. You're the enthusiast side of it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna work hard to try and bring value to the show.
Oh well, no, you are bringing value. Just having us on tonight's bringing value. It's awesome.
Well, we're gonna try to help. We're gonna try to do our part.
Absolutely, 100%, as we always try to. And
for sure. It's right there, right. Base Words 23.
Right.
Right there. Make sure you guys use that code if you sign up tonight. I think he's until midnight tonight.
Right.
Yep.
Keep using it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And even if you don't, if you're not able to register tonight or it's a couple days later or whatever, just make sure you still hit up Base Wars. Just let them know that you're still here and you heard it through Base Wars. Not saying that you're only going to run Base Wars, but you're just showing us a little love.
Right.
And we appreciate that.
And you're going to get a chance to win $1,000 on Kicker. So that's even better.
That's amazing upon a
right.
base.
No, it is. And next month I'm flying to the barbecue with John, and then on my way back I'm flying into Tulsa, driving over to Stillwater, and then I'm going to be on Unmasked on Tuesday night. So I'm going to go in and kind of host Unmasked again on Tuesday night, and I'm sure we're going to talk some more Base Wars, and I got quite a few cool Slamology giveaways we're going to do there as well. So
cool.
Yeah, pretty good stuff.
Yeah, we appreciate them. Hey, listen, I like to tell people the reason we're doing the $1,000 at the at kicker.com as opposed to just like a product. We're going to do a kind of a really cool and large product, but we thought that those of you that somebody that may win it's got a B-pillar build in a Toyota Camry, you wouldn't be able to haul that home. So we couldn't come up with what we're going to give away. So we just decided to do that, the shop on the website, get what you want kind of thing. Only really because we just weren't sure how you guys would get the products home because we're giving it away that day at Slamology.
Right. I want a set of Solo X's, so I'm going to register myself.
Right.
You can get a couple 6.5s for that price.
Yeah, that's about right.
I'm joking, please. No, sorry. But no, I mean, seriously, we appreciate it, Kicker, and we appreciate everybody else that showed us love and support. And I mean, we wouldn't be here without all you guys. Seriously, when it comes right down to it, you, John, you, Donnie, for the years and dedication that you guys have put into this, and to allowed us to even, become a part of your world. And we appreciate it.
Oh no, that's a
two-way
street.
Yeah, it's for sure mutual.
Yeah. Well, cool. Okay, y'all. Last chance for questions before we exit for tonight. Some of you, Donnie, it's what, 10 o'clock where you are?
Yeah, almost 10 o'clock.
And
John's still making his fasting diet, man. You're still 7 o'clock.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you better not let this one get angry.
Put them in the
I know. I can see that when you're in trouble right there, sir.
Right.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at
If
that.
you don't eat dinner, you're going to be grumpy pants. Huh.
She said, I run
We're at half priced appetizers at Applebee's right now. So
you're right on that one. It's almost 9.
Right. I will go eat some $5 chicken wings. I'm fat.
Yeah, damn.
Yep.
Well, I definitely have a beer with your name on it this week or that weekend, Donnie. Come see me and me.
That's
and
cool. I'll take a bottle of water, man. I don't drink, but
I'm sorry and I apologize.
It's all good.
I've only tried to get him to drink like 100 times.
It's me. I drink a beer every once in a while. It happens.
We'll talk in a smaller circle. But no, I don't drink. I'm diabetic, man. So it's alcohol messes with my blood sugars real bad and my medicines. And man, I have 2 beers, man. It's like I pounded a case, so I'm naked running across the freaking yard, man. And it's not worth being embarrassed, man. I've got a good story about that. I got to judge it. I'm not even going to go into all that, but I almost got myself in a lot of trouble over 2 shots in a couple of beers, man. So I just said at that time I'll never be like that again in public, man. So it's all good. But I promise, man. You guys can get hammered ass drunk, and I will drive you anywhere. My wife Ginger calls me the designated diabetic, man, and I'm all about it. I drive everybody everywhere.
Yeah, I would like to address this right here. So interesting enough, we've got a show, I think on the 29th. And that show on the 29th, we're doing it exactly like this podcast. So if you see all the different areas that we are right now, that will be a different stream from a different contest, and they'll be competing against one another. So this is like a nationwide contest.
Final.
So we got Jimmy participating in Kansas, and then we have I believe a California show, West Coast, also participating. So we'll see in a couple of weeks who's the loudest in the country.
West Coast versus Midwest.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're going to do it on a live stream like this?
We're doing it on a live stream just like this right here. And so like,
I mean, we
like
won't be talking as
running
much,
in
but yes.
Kansas, if somebody's running in Kansas, I'll cut to a Kansas screen. You know, if somebody's running in California, I'll cut over there. And so you can see it all real time. And then up in one of these corners, I'll be displaying the results. So it's like, there's not a first, second, and third in Kansas or in California, but there might be a first in California, a second in Kansas, a third in California. You know, it is a genuine nationwide contest. We were planning on doing it with more judges, but they were all in areas that we don't think they'd be able to stream from. So,
oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. You guys should stream. You guys should stream live from Slam.
Huh?
You guys should stream live from Slam. Do like
We
live from your
probably
booth or something. That'd
Yeah,
be awesome.
we probably will.
We got a really good. I think our internet connection right there by where you guys are at is.
Yeah.
Our wireless is pretty extreme, man. I think it's gigabyte speeds.
Well,
man.
if it's doable, we're going to do it.
I will do it. Guaranteed. It will
We
happen.
didn't do it last year because it was our first year, and we were trying to prepare for what might go wrong. But man, I stood there the whole time. I didn't leave the tent, but I could have. I didn't have to do anything. We fixed one little issue when we first kicked off. Other than that, it was just seamless. Just had no problems.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
So this year we could probably add that and not worry about it too much. You know?
Yeah, or let Jimmy have a break, man. Let him walk around, go by the Sky High booth, and
Right.
Yes, please. Please, yes. No, sorry.
Right.
I will. I'm going to make a special time that I come see you this year, John, for sure.
Let's go. I'm ready.
We've
You'll know where to find me.
He's never at his booth. Don't believe that shit. Don't bring a marching band. He'll run.
No. I'll find Donnie, so he'll find you, so I can come visit.
No. He avoids me, man. Once the show opens, I don't see him till the wheelie contest on Saturday night.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's true.
He already knows.
It's like, no, you're not catching me. Sorry.
Unless they're flying an airplane over, and he's like, "I got to see you at my booth right now."
I died laughing. That was beyond.
Yeah.
It was
Lindsay
like
told me that he was in an NHRA meeting. I'm like, you better take his ass outside.
they're freaking the joints.
and I was sitting with the vice president of marketing for NHRA and then the president of the Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis.
Right.
And she's like, Donnie Babb, go outside and look up in the air, please. And I walk outside and I'm standing there with those guys. There's an airplane that says Spreckensy Dick with a $. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Denise is right with this one. Good luck finding Donnie at Slamology.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I'm bouncing around, man. It's just putting out little fires after little fires. And it's really, I mean, I see John at the show. It's really sponsor relations and vendor relations and making sure that everybody's happy and making sure we can do all that we can. And that's any person that's a vendor at our show. We actually, Lindsay is our vendor concierge. I mean, she's there to take care of people, man. You guys forget stuff, you need stuff, whatever. I mean,
He's really just a Jello shot delivery service.
Well,
Oh, now.
Yeah.
I need that express hotline, please.
You're exposing
No,
all my
she's the best.
secrets, John.
A couple years in a row, we would pull in like Friday or Thursday, whatever day. We're like here in the truck. We get to the booth, and she's like, "Here's your Jello shots." I'm like, "Thank God."
Right.
That was like the best part.
Right. Her expense report on Monday, I'm always like, oh my God, how much did we spend in vodka this year? Okay. But it's all
Lindsay,
part of it.
come see me.
Right. And like I said, any company, I don't know how many companies are on here or whatever, we would love to have you guys at the show, and I cannot express to you enough, like, get a booth. Like it makes a big difference, and you get to park on the cruise lane, and it just helps. It's going to help your brand grow. Even if you just get a 10-foot spot and put your logo out there and hand out some stickers and just tell people who you are, and it's going to help. And it's going to build relationships. I know, John, just off of our vendors, there's quite a few relationships that you've built and brands that you've brought into house that have become pretty successful brands just off of being at Slamology and meeting those. I mean, some of those first year brands that, they weren't so big at the time, and now they're probably one of your top 10 selling products. So it's, and that goes both ways. I mean, I have the same thing at Gage with the car show side, like with our car show vendors. There's so many of those guys, and they start manufacturing parts, and I'm like, man, let me bring them into my store, and we'll distribute those to all these, wholesale customers. And next thing you know, we've got another, heavy brand in the scene, and everybody's working together.
Well, it's really weird because I can tell you, not probably, for the first 7 years of my experience at Slamology has been from just being in the spectator booth or being out, demoing, running in the lanes and seeing it. Last year, I got to see a little bit behind the scenes, and it was pretty amazing just to see all the detail and see how much you guys put into it. And I don't mean that to be, because it's more work than anybody will ever realize. You guys put a lot of work into it. It's the footwork and the detail and just everything that you guys do behind the scenes it's wow. I don't know how to say it, but wow.
It's our job, man. So, it is what it is, and it's what we do. So we're not going to fail at our jobs, no different than you going into work every day. You don't want to go into work and go, hey, I'm going to have a real shitty day today. No, I mean, you work a 12, 15-hour day. John can attest to this, man. You got to come in and smile, and you got people dependent on you. And when it comes to Slam, I mean, on property, there's 35, 40,000 people on Saturday. So we have to make sure that all those people that we're touching them, and man, there's some bitchy ass people out there too. So we try to make everybody as absolutely as happy as we can. And that's, like I said, it's just our jobs. It's what we do. And we come in and do it. And we've been doing it for 20 years. And we're going to have a hell of a party this year, guys. I promise you.
But a lot of venues at that point in time, after you've already promoted it, the show's up and going, they give up. They quit. They're done. The weekend's happening. It is what it is. Let it happen. That's
right.
You guys are so far involved in all the way up until Sunday, till the last people roll out. You guys are there, and you're involved with Monday. I'm sorry,
right?
But you guys are there and involved with everything, and that's what makes the show special.
Well, I'm already working on 2024. I mean, we've already got sponsor agreements, contracts, all that stuff in place for 2024. So we're always working ahead. I mean, what you're seeing this year and last year, it's just the efforts of the prior year before. Is we have to continually think forward. And like I said, as long as I'm here, I'm going to continue to do Slamology. So it's like I said, it's what we do. I don't know anything else. So we're here to the end, guys. Hopefully everybody's here by our sides.
Yeah,
100%.
Right.
Okay, y'all. Well, listen, I appreciate y'all coming. Come back anytime either one of you want to, and we'd be happy to have you. So
cool. Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank
you, John. But seriously, a couple weeks afterwards, holler at me.
All right. Yep. You're gonna have to remind me because I'll find something else to do by then.
You won't answer answer my message. I'm a nobody. I'm down here.
No, I don't answer messages on Facebook ever.
Right. One more time.
The only reason why I saw you is because Donnie was like, "Check that."
Yeah. No, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Donnie, and appreciate everybody. Seriously.
No,
basically, there's nobody without all you guys behind us. Seriously.
No, it's your entire crowd. It's everybody. It's the community. So it's way more than just us. We're just, like I said, we're just promoters. We just happen to bust our asses long enough to say, hey, we've got the Super Bowl, and that's, obviously there was a Super Bowl before us as well. So we get, it's my job to competition breeds success. So we've just got to continue to do what we do.
Right.
Absolutely.
No doubt. Well, thank you guys.
Yep. Have a good night. Thanks, John.
See you guys.
We'll see you guys soon.
Night, John. Night, guys.
Bye. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Bill, you gonna roll us out?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from my little program here because I don't know where the other one is. Here we go.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Make sure you check us out. You follow us and you follow all the future programs from here on out. And, go to Slamology, register under Base Wars, show us a little bit of love and appreciation. See you guys
Yeah,
next.
and don't forget about this kicker giveaway. We'll be telling you more about that. We just finalized it. It just went live at 7 p.m. tonight. So, but in essence, what you'll do, you'll wind up going to kicker.com. You'll go through where you entered that. You'll go to Slamology, register and pre-register, select Base Wars. And basically that day, some kicker guys and Donnie there with Slamology, they'll get together and they'll go through who the program picked. And then the program picks this guy. If you entered for Base Wars, you win. If you didn't enter for Base Wars, you don't win. And they keep going until they get a winner that entered Base Wars. So there's that. So we'll see you guys next Monday. You'll see some posts coming out about this giveaway. And we appreciate Kicker for doing that. We appreciate Slamology for having us there. And we're going to try to make a lot of fun for you guys everywhere we go. So here, enjoy this video, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
By popular demand, Base Wars is back at Slamology 2023, June 10th and the 11th in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Come enjoy one of our Burke classes, clamp classes, music classes, or one of our demo classes. Pre-register for Base Wars at Slamology.com.